Hello YouTubers. Well, I don't know whether time goes quicker when you're old or just when you're busy, but weekends seem to come round about every 3 days at the moment. Um, so I have been busy last week, not with the Zimmers this time, but I got invited to go to Milan in Italy to a conference which was called Web TV, and it would be well, the general public, journalists, professionals in the field of TV and academics. So wow, that sounds a bit daunting, but nevertheless it would be very expensive, and I need help when I travel, so I had to say sorry, I can't come. But then they said, well, you can present your speech in video form. So I thought, right, okay, I can do that. Well, that sounded easy, but so I thought, right, okay, I will dress myself as I would if I was standing up making a speech to the public, and went into a different room with my video camera, which I had forgotten. I had it records in a 16:9 aspect ratio, and I had changed that, and so I spent a long time during the week writing out a speech and editing it and rewriting it, and did the video, which was terrible because in the first case, it was obviously being sort of a script was being referred to, but the worst bit was because the aspect ratio was wrong. My face turned out about as long as a horse, so that was a waste of time. So I changed the aspect ratio and did it again, but it was no good, and eventually I came down to doing what I'm doing here and just made a few pointers of the things they wanted me to do, because they gave me a list of instructions. In the first part we would like you this, in the second part we would like you to cover, and so on and so forth. So anyway, I did it and I sent it off, and the conference is later this month, so maybe I'll get some feedback on that, and so that was that. The other thing that happened was, as you know, I tried to sort of get Silver Surfers onto the internet, and Age Concern and Help the Ages have now amalgamated, and so I have constant sort of contact from them, and they wanted me to do an article for a magazine on that they're producing, and so that took up a bit of time. And but the thing I was really excited about last week, that had been planned for some time, was that I was going to do a Skype interview with a man who, difficult to explain really, but he is a mentor, if you like, to 16 disadvantaged young adults in London. I don't know, some of whom have been excluded from school and things like that, and so we had arranged that we would do an interview, and I was quite excited about that, because I mean, I suppose any contact with young people in that situation who might be who could be channeled away from gangs and things would be good. So it was quite exciting, and we'd arranged a time on Thursday to do it, but that went wrong because he was in a place where he got a very bad internet connection, and we couldn't really have a proper conversation or use the cameras to see each other. So that was a great disappointment, but we're going to try and arrange it for another time, and if I get any sort of footage from that, I will certainly put it up for you to see. But the other exciting thing, do you remember a few videos ago I mentioned that I'd never ridden a Harley motorcycle, and forgot about it, but my friend Nika in Germany, she was coming over to visit me this month, picking up her mother in London and just coming for a visit. But unbeknown to me, she has arranged that I'm going to get a ride on a Harley Davidson, because there's a chapter of a Harley Davidson club here meeting in June at a place fairly near to me. So she's rearranged her holiday, and she and her mother are coming over, so we will have a day out with the Harley Club. I won't attempt to ride somebody else's Harley, and it's highly unlikely that they would allow me to, but I'm sure I'll get a ride on a pillion, and I bet Nika will have her camera around, so that will be something perhaps a bit more interesting than this that I can show you another time. So I've no idea what's going to happen this week, but I'm doing this video quite early in the morning because the MotoGP is on television today, and that's an absolute must. It's the one time when nobody is allowed to interrupt me, because it's one of my passions, and so that's what I'll be doing later. Anyway, I must go, and as always, I'll see you again next time. Until then, goodbye.